Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Cuffin' and Dip coming back at you guys with another one. Hopefully everybody's good, man. Got grind time in the building. What's the word, grind time?
What's good? What's happening? What's
Nothing,
happening?
nothing too much, man. Same stuff, different day, it seems like, man. Up and down we go with the market, it seems, right?
Yeah. Yep. One day it's we're back, baby. Next day, oh no.
Yeah. So today is a we're back, baby. So we're feeling pretty good about the we're back, baby. It actually doesn't look too bad if you actually look at like different signs to try to confirm things, you know what I mean? Just looking at the overall market and how things are. And once again, this is a disclaimer at the beginning of the stream, guys. I am flying solo once again. So if you hear a kiddo, see a kiddo, this is what I have to deal with right now. I'm currently on duty at 2 jobs. So yeah, so it's definitely a fun task, man. But let's get straight into it. Looking at the market, this may be a bit of a shorter stream, but informative all at the same time. So we got green lines going up, which look good, especially with volume improving. We were at about what is this? Thousands. I can't even think today. Thousands, millions. So we're at 80. We were about 80 billion last time. So now we're at 109 billion, $2.9 trillion market cap, creeping its way up to about 3 trillion. So nice to see almost a 1% increase in the global market cap. So bullish things right this second. So I gotta add in right this second just because we've previously discussed how these things go, and I really hate the ads on this app for some reason, but total crypto market cap right this second, like I said, well, right now, right here, we're looking at 2.82 trillion, which is not bad at all, period. Where I drew the support line at is where we stopped. We came underneath it, but then we came right back to retest this level of support, held it, which is good. This is bullish. Then we went up from this point again. But the only thing that I can truly notice from this point, which kind of screams to me, at some point we will have some type of pullback. What type of pullback will depend on the news and the catalyst inside of the market. Just depends. But as you can see, we're getting price action rejection each time we're going up on each candle. So usually, just as I guess a sample of what we can see, if you guys look here, so we had the flat bottom right here from the very beginning. We had price action getting rejected right here, went up, got a wick at the top of this candle, wick at the top of this candle, wick again. So we keep getting rejected, right? After you get rejected so many times, look what happened. So not saying it will be at that magnitude, because it could have been a situation to where bam, this was our pullback, and bam, this could have been our recovery, but that just wasn't the case at this point. So this could be a situation to where, like I said, we're getting rejection on the price action as far as the global market cap. So that tells me that we still have some resistance up above this as we're still moving up. You can see that the candles are getting a little bit less and less volume. This one's still in the process of being created because it's the week chart. This is just Monday. So we'll see how this does pan out. But if we do get a push forward, and then we're kind of ending it with a bit of a wick there, I'm kind of feeling like we can expect a pullback for a couple of reasons afterwards, but I do think we get a push up first, so that's cool. So
Yeah,
then,
definitely optimistic, right?
yeah,
So you think this though is a you seeing it as a stable breakout, or is it a fragile, like a little bit of a fragile rally?
well, we still need a bit of confirmation. I actually would not that it is very much so necessary, because we do got some good confirmation here. We got the breakdown stop right here, and then we got the confirm right here, reconfirmation right here, and then bam, we start moving up. But there is a possibility that we could try to retest this range or area. It might not be exactly in this range. It could stop above or before, depending on what type of momentum we have. But as of right now, it looks like it wants to go into that sector to where, yeah, we're in a confirmed breakout. But right now, the only thing that we have to confirm that right now is on the MACD, a neutral candle right this second. So we're not really, you know what I mean, been neutral for a little bit. Now we're starting to transition to a green candle for this particular indicator. Then what's actually beneficial for us right this second is that our smart money is gradually growing inside of the market and the market cap. So we had a nice little decline. After it declined, it found a range. After it found that range, smart money began to re-enter the market again. So that's always a good sign. But when you come back on the day chart, you know what I mean? We kind of shows you like in real time, like what's going on when we kind of see those spikes to where people are really entering the market. So we've had a shift in the smart money, but we're still not having a whole lot of smart money on these shorter time frames, which is a little bit I guess iffy, if you would say, you know what I mean? Because you got mostly retail holding it as of right now. So for this particular time frame and on the day side, this doesn't tell me, hey, this is gonna push and this is gonna push hard. But it could randomly spike some smart money into the market, you know what I mean? Kind of an indicator that we could start to go up a little bit, and then we may go flat a little bit, then smart money comes in the market again, kind of strategically buying. And that's what starts to gradually push the price up as we kind of consolidate within a range. That would be nice, because the last thing I feel like I want to see is another like spike to the upside and then we just come right back down. That just ruins the momentum in the market, I feel like. What's your opinion?
No, I think it's gonna sit where it's at. Honestly, I don't see anything that's gonna catapult it, like blow it out of the water. But what I do like is, hold on, let me switch things up on you for a second, because I want to show you this first. Um, sorry, give me a minute.
No, you're good.
I know we don't normally go to articles right straight off the bat, but I think if we start seeing more and more of this, then you're going to start seeing more smart money coming into the market. Last week we saw the Solana ETF, and then now let me blow this up so you guys can read it. Actually, how's that? Too big? There we go.
No, you're good.
So we have Trump Media announces intentions to partner with Crypto.com to launch its NFTs. So when we get into the market breakdown a little bit later, and you'll see that Crow's up today, mainly because of a possible announcement between collaboration between Trump Media and Crypto.com. So going back to your question, last week we saw Solana ETFs. Now we're seeing possible Crypto.com ETFs. They're starting to get more and more headway and could be bringing that outside money back into the market. And if I recall, I don't have it pulled up, but I think I seen Watch a Guru tweet today. There was like 1 point something trillion again pumped back into the market today. So money's coming in. It's flowing back in. How long? Obviously, time will tell. See what happens with everything else, economy-wise. But the after the weekend, going into the weekend, everything was kind of looking bearish, and this is waking up this morning looking a bit optimistic today. So good signs.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. So I think that things like this could definitely bring the market up, just because it is a situation to where larger entities will have more interest in cryptocurrency, the market as a whole. And if we get that, that's definitely a good thing. So one
And you
thing,
know what?
go
You know
ahead.
what's interesting about that article though is isn't Crypto.com Singapore based, if
Actually,
I
yeah, they are.
recall. So for him to work, you know, hand in hand, or trying to make, working with Singapore for an American ETF. I don't know how that's going to work, but interesting to see. So
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. And I think the biggest thing is to look for patterns, I feel like, in the market. If you look on shorter time frames, you kind of see different patterns. As you can see right now, 4 hour versus the day tells an entirely different story. Just because it's going to show you smart money in shorter time frames. So you can even see like the smart money moving up and down like in real time on the shorter time frames as the price pushes up or more money starts to flow inside of the market, pretty much. So this is showing that we have right now within these let's just say just these particular 4-hour candles, we've had an influx of smart money inside of the market right now. So this means on a shorter time frame, yeah, you know what I mean. In a shorter range, the price will push up a little bit, you know what I mean. So when you start to move to these different and higher ranges, this is where you kind of get structure from longer time frames to kind of understand what you're looking at, you know what I mean. So right now on the total market cap, if you're looking on the month span, I think I've talked about this before, that once we kind of reach this peak and we've kind of been in this peak range for a little bit, it needs to take a breather and kind of pull back. You can see the correlation from the cross. So right here, MACD cross, and then right here is like our last like full bar of just nothing but smart money kind of dominating the market at this point, right? So we got our cross right here, and then we start to lose smart money out of the market, which is our confirmation right there. So definitely would have been a nice cue to get out. Then you see a nice pullback from that point, you know what I mean, just from confirming those things, right? So right now we're in a point to where we're kind of teeter-tottering and kind of maxing out that smart money volume for this particular period of time. And what happens after that, we normally get pullbacks. But is this period done? Because as we've seen, this kind of peaked off right here, had a little pullback, found the bottom, started to go back up towards the upside, peaked up right here, and then bam, started to go back. So are we in a range to where we kind of push up a little bit, max out this volume for a little bit, push the price to the upside, and then have another minor pullback before we actually go into what I feel like could be a really bullish period of time? Because we have not, on the month time frame, even with these pullbacks we had crossed on the MACD, we're still holding our uptrend currently right now. So even if we went up a little bit and then back down to reconfirm the structure levels, that's not the worst thing in the world, as long as we still continue to follow this uptrend that we've been following for a little less than about 2 years. So I think that we're still in a bullish structure as long as we follow this uptrend. This is I feel like the main factor everybody needs to pay attention to. If we break this, do we try to retest and use this as a support again, or does it retest and get rejected? Every retest and gets rejected, then we're coming down further. That's when we'll have the boohoo's in the market and everybody saying crypto's over with and all that bullshit. But other than that, I think we're in a pretty good structure for right now. So I guess we could just be happy for right this second. There's, with this market and the volatility of the news that comes out, it's hard to really get like you know what I mean, a real strong direction for everything that's going on. Bull flag, yeah, could be. You know what I mean? Like, there's going to be some variables in this market to where it's going to be fun for some and not as fun for others because they're not going to be prepared for it. But Grind's got these crypto bubbles. What's cracking over there?
So yeah, like you said, like you just showed, the market's looking good today. Bitcoin's up 1.5%.
Hey, and if you can do your long explanation. I need 2 seconds. Be right.
Sure, absolutely. With the market cap 1.74 trillion, we have 35.78 billion 24-hour trading volume coming into the big dog, and Bitcoin's at 87,556. So it's creeping back up to that 90 range. Will we see it hit the 90 range and then keep going, or like Cuff was just talking about, or is it going to hit and retrace and start coming back down? Time will tell. We have Ethereum up 4.3%. Market cap's 252.68 billion with 15.94 billion 24-hour trading volume. This one's interesting to me just because Ethereum, I was reading an article, I may pull it up later, but Ethereum burn rate hit the all-time low, signaling drop in the network demand. So I may pull that one up later, but that article was interesting because, as we know, we've seen Ethereum kind of in limbo. Not sure which way it's going to go, but we're above $2,000, so that's definitely looking bullish for Ethereum. We have BNB doing its own thing like always, up 2.2%. 93.42 billion market cap. We got just over a billion 24-hour trading volume for BNB. XRP's up just under a percentage, 0.8%, 143.21 billion. 3.254 billion 24-hour trading volume. And again, we had that news with XRP about a week ago, so they're still holding strong. So we dove deep into on Friday with all the ETF news that came out, and I'm going to show you and revisit that here after these crypto bubbles. But still 6.3% up for the day. 72.44 billion market cap, almost just under 5 billion 24-hour trading volume. So all in all, overall, the market is looking really well to start the week. Actually, I'm trying to look. Where's old Trump? Where are you, Trump? There you go, 3%. Trump's up 3%. And why I was looking for that, yesterday we saw Trump endorsed his meme coin. He actually put out a tweet. I love $Trump, so cool. Greatest token of all. And we saw a 10% increase on Sunday. So now it retraced a little bit, but it's up still. Where we at? $11.87. So it's still up 10% above that $10 range. 3% for the day, 5.2% for the week. So all in all, we are looking good. Come down here. Bitcoin again's up 4.7 for the week. Ethereum's up 9% for the week. I mean, you're looking, everything's pretty much green.
Yeah.
For today. So
yeah, not bad.
Not bad at all.
Especially with that huge BTC bubble. You know what I mean? It's not red.
Absolutely.
Right. But Bitcoin has been Bitcoin out of every cryptocurrency in the market right now, just because of the mainstream adoption that it's gathering from overseas in the US. It's just everywhere. Like, it's actually becoming ridiculous. Like, it's really stirring the pot in a lot of different locations that you probably would not have seen adoption mainstream right this second. So
yeah, well, I found it. I found an article over the weekend. I think I even tweeted about it, which I thought was interesting because Russia wasn't trying to do a Bitcoin reserve at all. And then now that the US, did their Bitcoin reserve and how they're going to be funding it, it seems that a lot of other countries are kind of following suit. And I think they switched gears and they were going to try to follow what US was doing in regards to funding their Bitcoin reserve or backing it through like seized assets. So I thought that was pretty interesting because, again, Trump wants us to be the big dog, on the block, right? And now you're starting to see more and more countries follow his lead.
Yeah, so you kind of want to see stuff like that. More mainstream adoption we get, more people hear about it. Even TV shows, you know what I mean? Beforehand, you were hearing TV shows mention Bitcoin or cryptocurrency, or I was watching a show last night. I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys have probably seen it before me, but I just recently got into watching Squid Games. So Squid Games was pretty interesting. The second season, there was a guy there, and he was a crypto influencer. And I found that really interesting that that's kind of the route that they went. But this guy was a crypto influencer, and apparently from their perspective, I didn't get to see the whole thing because I don't think that part of the season is out just yet. But they said that he did some crypto content, and the crypto that he put out, the price went up, you know what I mean? A lot of people made a little bit of money, you know what I mean? He made some money, and from there the price like tanked or whatever. So a lot of people lost money, and that's why they were at the Squid Games pretty much, you know what I mean? Like, they were there because they went broke because they followed his particular advice. He was telling everybody, hey, invest everything, go sell the car, go sell the kids, you know what I mean? Sell a little bit of breast milk on the side, whatever benefits you some money at this time, you know what I mean? So like, they're like, sell everything, put it into this token, and I guess they did, and they lost millions pretty much, you know what I mean? So these people were in there and they were like on his ass pretty much, you know what I mean? Because they were like, yo, like, you're the reason that I'm here. I lost this money. I worked so hard for this money and I put all my eggs in his basket. And he pretty much explained to him, like, man, that's why you don't put all your eggs in one basket. You don't, you know what I mean? You don't just listen to one person. You do your own research also. I mean, the price went up. You guys could have took out, but you guys held, you know what I mean? So that's what it really comes down to. So it was just multiple perspectives, I feel like, of cryptocurrency, like just in the middle of Squid Games, which was a pretty like a pretty big show. You know what I mean? A lot of people were talking about that when it first came out, and it was pretty hot. Like people were wearing the mask. I don't know why I didn't get on the trend. I think it started off creepy as shit to me. You know what I mean? Like just watching the preview, it's like you know what I mean? So I'm like, I don't know if I like this shit, you know? So I didn't watch it, but to be fair, I did the same thing with what's the other motorcycle series? What is it called? You know what I'm talking about, Brian?
Which one?
Motorcycle series. The bikers, to where like they really just got into some gangster shit the whole time. All they did was just like that. I didn't know it was like that. You know what I mean?
I know what you're talking
exciting, about. Sons of Anarchy. There we go.
Yeah.
All right, I couldn't think of it. I don't know why I couldn't think of it, but I got into that series super late, and then I ended up watching the Mayans after that. You know what I mean? But I just get into things late. I don't know why I keep getting into the series late there. But so
I just wanted, you sure it was breast milk or was it camel milk?
I mean, if you go by spring, it may have camel milk that we've been getting there. I didn't even know that was a thing. I honestly didn't know that was a thing either. But my whole point in saying that is inside of Squid Games, they had a full like scene, and they keep revisiting. Like, yeah, I want my money back from that. Like, dude, you had your own decisions. You could have pulled out. You made money. You just didn't take your money. You know what I mean? They kept revisiting like cryptocurrency, which kind of makes people like wonder. But I wonder at the same time, like, did they just get the concept that, damn, like if you listen to any information that you get, you put some money in, you're just gonna lose all your money and end up at the Squid Games and shit. So, so I don't know. I feel like it was beneficial as far as like getting people to understand that, hey, you can make some money here, but it's also kind of opened some people's eyes. So we might have actually just lost a few holders watching the Squid Games. But yeah, it is what it is. So it is what it is.
It's risky, right? You want to put all your money into like long term for your altcoins and your Bitcoin, and you know that's your long term investment. And then when you start diving into meme coins, you know you really are pretty much gambling in a way. You know, it's a risky, you know, and you don't want to make you want to make sure you got your bills paid right before you start playing with your bill money. You know, but you know how I look at it, or your altcoins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, all those, you know, your long term holds, and then you know whatever you got left over to play with, and not afraid to lose. You go in the trenches with. So
yeah. Well, I think that brings me to another point. I feel like, especially if you're newer to this space and just stumbled upon a video, or you know what I mean, and upon some information that intrigued you, and now you're starting to study. Kudos to you. I appreciate anybody that studies and does their research, but I can give you a little bit of free game right here. Like anybody who's antisocial and you plan on coming into like the small market cap meme game, maybe don't, you know what I mean? Just keep studying, learn crypto, you know what I mean? Evolve from there, because people who are antisocial just they seem to instead of network, hear information, take it with a grain of salt, move, find more information, and then figure out like things that go together and mesh. You know what I mean? Like, so if so-and-so saying this, somebody else says this, and I'm able to research and find the same information, that means that this has to be accurate, right? Because I keep finding it in multiple sources. But like, you can't really do that. You can only go off the perspective of what you hear pretty much from, like, I guess the one source that you have. Because if you don't network, you're not going to find a lot of these different influencers. You're not going to find a lot of these different smaller caps before they blow up to the millions. You know what I mean? Like some of these pump fund tokens, they go to 100, 400, 500 plus million or a billion. Like there's been things from pump fund actually went up to $1 billion market cap. And if you don't know people, you don't network, you miss all of those opportunities. I feel like. What's your perspective on just in general, just networking in the market, talking, and kind of like letting people see you?
Hey, Christine, let me just give her a shout out
first. What up, Christine?
it's a different time, right? From when I got in, at least from you got in. So anybody newer, back in the day, YouTube was where it was at. At least that's where I found, I dove into, my brother and his friend told me about crypto, right? And then, instead of just listening to what they said, you don't want to listen to hearsay. I went and dove into YouTube, and that's when I found, and then I started doing my own research, and that's how I, grew as an investor myself. But now we have X, Twitter,
Yeah.
X, whatever you want to call it. So still, you have a lot of information on YouTube, but X is, you sign into X and you have spaces, any which one you could jump into. So you have, I use both of them to my benefit. You have plenty of information at your grasp at any given point, and I would just use what you have, and again, don't take that person's word. I obviously take it with a grain of salt and go with your better judgment.
Yeah, most definitely. But the if you're wanting to get into the like meme coin small cap space, I feel like the best way to really do that is to network. Or unless you're just a complete degen and have money to blow, then you can just hit the trenches, I guess. You know what I mean? See what works for you, but not the most advisable approach, I feel like, for most people, especially the goal coming into crypto is to make money, not to just throw money into a scammer's pocket or into somebody else's pocket because you don't understand it. Like there's ways to learn, I feel like, without just throwing money directly down the drain. You know what I mean? Like you can paper trade on a lot of different platforms, but
Well, networking in general is good, whether it's in crypto or in real life.
yeah,
It's gonna it's gonna benefit you either way. Unless you're taking advice from the wrong people. But
which you can. You know how easy it is
exactly.
to fall into that group, dude? You click on the wrong damn Twitter space, all you hear in the background is and then instantly, like the vibe catches you. I'm a victim also. I've gone into some spaces to where that music's playing, the vibes there, and that
And that FOMO kicks in.
and
That
then
FOMO
you hear
kicks
right, like all you hear is a guy come out of nowhere. Yeah, guys, if you guys are not buying this NFT, what the hell are you doing? We've been selling this NFT all day and it's selling like hotcakes. What's the floor rate right now, guys? What's the floor rate? Oh my god, somebody just floored this amazing one. It looks beautiful, guys. I can't believe that they put that on the floor. This is a damn shame. I might go on there and buy this one. And then what they're really doing is psychologically getting you guys to go move the floor. Hey, this ugly ass thing that I really don't find attractive, but hey, I think that I can sell this right now. This is sitting on the floor right now. You know what? I'm going to go on my wallet and I'm going to buy this. Now it's a race to go beat this guy to go buy this ugly ass whatever the hell it is. You know what I mean? So it's just, man, it is real out there. But that vibe, once you get caught in and a couple people, I think it only takes good music, somebody to crack a good joke, and for you to feel like that you're vibing while you're there. Bam, it's over with. You know what I mean? You're there, you're caught. The boombox got you. You'll be back tomorrow.
hook,
You know what
hook,
I mean? So,
hook, reel, and sinker.
yeah. So I see a lot of spaces like that, and they play a little music. The music gets you in, and don't let it be your favorite song. Like it's you know what I mean? Not that you can't just go listen to it on YouTube or on your phone somewhere, but in this space, it just hits different. Everybody in here is listening to
Pump
it with
it
me.
up. You
Right?
gotta pump it up.
Everybody's listening to it with me, so we're vibing. But Jake's blue speaker, yeah. So I don't know if he's framed that or if he's like bronzed it yet, but yeah, that speaker got people through a lot of crypto times. But just looking at Bitcoin right now, I think Bitcoin as a whole is looking it's looking pretty nice. And like I said, sorry if you guys do hear the kiddos in the background. On solo dolo mode, I've tried to like adjust my mic to infinity, just hear me, but it doesn't really work like that. So we had a push above this range, which was a really nice push. And this is a month candle, so you guys can kind of understand the perspective of this candle. So um, this is where we kind of pushed and then pulled back, and then this is kind of where we're at right now from the push up to about about almost 95K, it says right here. So about 95 K is where we pushed to. The range that we're currently trading in right this second, so which may be our ranges that we may stay in if we do consolidate, is about 80K to about 90K. So we got like a 10 grand window that we're trading into right now. So within this 10 grand window, I think that we could trade sideways here, which will be beneficial. If you guys see on the month time frame, if we're just looking at the MACD and the momentum that we get right now, yeah, we had a bit of a downturn, but even with the downturn that we had, it was minute compared to the rest of the market. One, then two, we did not really get close to where we influenced these lines to cross. So we do have neutral right here as far as like the candles right here. We have two neutral candles with a little bit of volume kind of dissipating within this month. Still got a little bit of time left. We got 7 days left in the month. So we'll see how the volume does push from there and see how that goes. But this is, like I said, it's on the month. Let's bring it back to the week. So on the week, we have confirmation on Bitcoin pretty much as far as securing this $80,000 pretty much support line. And we also came back down to retest. You can see the wick. Well, I don't know if you guys can see. Let me make it wider. See if you guys can see that wick there. Hopefully you guys can see this wick where it tried to come back down on this particular candle, and it did confirm. And then we moved to the next candle to where now this is the candle we're moving up on this particular, because this is a week. We just started this candle. So this, in my particular opinion, looks pretty bullish, but the only thing that I can say is, once again, normally once you have those candles that repeatedly push up and you're seeing the price action getting rejected, you normally see some type of downtrend. Not saying that it's going to be a huge downtrend. We could still just trade in between our channel, which is perfectly good. I think that we continue to trade in between this 80 to 90K channel until we get some type of bullish news. But all of these ETFs keep coming out. The sentiments of the market kind of keep improving slowly. We could keep slowly pushing up. So not saying that we couldn't push up and above this. I just don't know how sustainable it is right this second, with not kind of all smart money engaging and kind of push things up. But what I will say is, gradually, if you guys are looking on a week span, each week we're slowly increasing just a little bit as far as the smart money. So definitely not a bad sign. So just looking at Bitcoin, it, like I said, it has the strongest structure out of all of the cryptocurrencies right this second. It has been influenced to go neutral on this candle in a week, but we still haven't pushed forward. Let's go look on a shorter time frame. Pretty much the same thing as a global market cap, because this is where the majority of the money comes from, the global market cap. So it looks really similar to that. If you look at the structure on a 4-hour for the smart money chart, see, it's almost identical, just because this is Bitcoin's pretty much all the damn money that comes into it. So we're pretty much looking for the global market cap to keep increasing and for people to be bullish and for us to not fall in a range to where people kind of feel bearish on the market. We need this to at least consolidate, get a little bit of volume, and just continue to push. So that's what we're kind of seeing right here. Smart money's kind of dissipating a little bit, so could have a pullback coming soon. Not a major pullback, but a pullback. So just depends on what things do moving forward. But I know mid drift we got Grind with an article popped up. Let's see what he has on this side of town.
Yeah, and you may be seeing it right, because the RSI breaks 4-month downtrend. So at the end of Q1, Bitcoin heads into the end of Q1 near 2-week highs as trader sentiment diverges from improving technicals. So pretty much this article that I was reading, their traders are seeing a downside reversal next. So when it comes to Bitcoin's price strength, RSI is increasingly demanding bullish continuation, but they are seeing, even though it was at 2 weeks high, they're saying that they're also expecting Bitcoin to kind of start on a little bit of a downtrend before it'll peak back up. So they, like I said, they're saying it'll pull back from here over the next 1 to 2 weeks and retrace from the recovery. So what you're showing and what you're stating is pretty much spot on.
Yeah, so and this is just like I said, I just look at the technicals and kind of go through my personal opinion. Of course, we take into consideration the articles and things that we find because sentiment is definitely going to sway the market in a big way. So you always got to pay attention to that. But I think one of the bigger things that are kind of telling me things is like one on a day chart, we're mining, we're lacking a lot of smart money. Even with this push, it's pretty much stating within indicators. If you look on a day chart, that most of the people driving that push are retail buyers. So could be larger retail buyers because the market's definitely pushing up, and a lot of different people are using these different ranges to buy. So have you been paying attention to the price action? A lot of people, it's not just me that would have knew, but 80K is a pretty solid spot to have bought Bitcoin if this is something that you wanted to buy, whether it was for purposes of just longing Bitcoin and kind of taking advantage of some futures. I can definitely see people putting some short trades in, especially after this nice run up that we had. So you know what I mean. People taking advantage of that. So a lot of the larger, I feel like larger retail investors are making money on the market. Like there was that what was it, like a 500K short on the market while the market had that small push up, and they kept adding margin to that short, just because one, they felt like, or I feel like they knew, because when you put that much damn money on something, I feel like you don't really bet that on a whim unless you're just super rich and it's YOLO for everything. You know what I mean? And you're just kind of tossing it in there. But 500K or plus, I think it was more than that at the end of the day. But that guy ended up I think it ended up closing for like 5 million or something like that.
Wow, that's some serious money.
Yeah, so I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but the
No,
entire market,
I missed that one. I missed that one.
like almost the entire market was focused on this guy. Like there were people, there were groups of whales that were trying to get together and liquidate that short. Like they were trying to push up the volume on Bitcoin where they can liquidate that short. Which you guys know how much volume it takes to move Bitcoin, right? Like it would take some major whales to have to get in the VC and be like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, who does this guy think he is? Yeah, you know what I mean? Type of ordeal. And then really throw some real money at this, you know what I mean? And it wouldn't be just $1 million to do that. Yeah, I saw that Choose Rich was covering it. Okay, okay. Yeah, no, there was a few people covering it, and they're like, wow, like people are really like, people were making posts and making groups trying to liquidate this guy. All this guy's trying to do is make some money, make some money. But I feel like that large of a short on the market, like a lot of people saw that as a bearish sentiment on the market also, because like whales are betting this much that the market's going to go down. Damn, you know what I mean? Like it kind of changed the sentiments for a little bit. So I think that they thought that they could personally change the sentiments by getting some people together and kind of really riling up together. But I don't really think we're in that part of the market just yet, to where people, a lot of people rally together. You know what I mean? There's different cryptocurrencies that are developing, I feel like, really strong structured communities. Like in the meantime, I reference that a lot. Like they're building a really strong structured community, and I feel like they're backing it with delivering different things to their community just as they move forward. So it's not too many of those communities and tokens and things that you can dive into right this second, though. So you know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that might be part of it, and then other people just didn't want to waste money for other people to liquidate them. You know what I mean? Like if the market's gonna go down and people had plans to sell already, you pumping the market is not gonna make me be like, oh, you know what? Let me just hold it a little bit longer if I already had plans to sell at a certain point. Once strategic traders make a sell point and their plan is to, okay, I'm gonna put in here. If it goes up or it goes down, I can DCA here. If it goes up to here, I'm pulling profits here and this much profits. You know what I mean? Already a strategic plan. So if you just push the price up and help them get to their landmark earlier, they're still gonna sell. So I don't know. You know, everybody teaches his own type of thing, but I think that just as a whole, Bitcoin looks good. We'll dive into into ETH and such afterwards, but I think you guys are tired of hearing my voice. Let's go to an article from Grind, and then we'll dive into more chart. Then we'll head into the DeFi world, and then I'll probably wrap it up. Probably looking at Sui and Crow, seeing if that push up helped us at all. So let's see what we got.
Yeah, this isn't. We'll dive into another article, but this is when we left off on Friday.
Oh yeah,
we
the Soul
talked about
ETFs.
the
Yeah.
Soul ETFs. So I just wanted to bring it in the forefront again for everybody to see that in a couple of days, 3 days, 4 days since they launched, the Souls ETF is up 11.87%. And then the other one, the 2X ETF, let me pull that one up for you just to continue to touch on it. That way, this one's up 23.79%. So the two Solana ETFs that launched early or towards the end of last week are holding strong.
Where we at volume wise? Is the volume starting to increase?
103,000 for this one. Average volume is 87,000, and then on the other one, it's increasing. Volume 70,000, average volume's 55,000. So,
yeah, you're not gonna see like a massive surge, like, you know what I mean? Come back, it's like 50 million. So ETFs are a bit different and structured a bit different.
So the previous close on the 1X one it was 1475, and it opened up at 1659. So, and then it's pretty much where it closed today, 1650. So it's definitely looking good and going in the right direction, at least.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of confirming that this is a situation to where we're going to get the adoption. I feel like it's going to take a little bit of time to show all of the adoption, because everybody has to come in through the back door first. Does that make sense to you guys? Do you guys understand?
No.
Like, everybody has to, the larger people have to position themselves first. Like, people, I don't think too many people will admit or say it, you know what I mean? But like, there's not so many people. They're gonna be like, yo, go buy this thing right now. I haven't even bought it. Let's go ahead and drive that damn price up before I get a chance to even get some. I love it. You know what I mean? Like, that's not really how things go. Like everybody who just not figuring out about it, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like friends, families, other entities get chances. I feel like that's also how you can actually build some relationships often too, like giving them early opportunities to be able to create revenue. And it's revenue that you don't have to specifically give them, but it's still revenue, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you want to just pull up this last one, this will be the last one I'll touch on, and then we'll dive into ETH. But so with the pro crypto Trump administration, you know, the sex old war on crypto is winding down, right? And we're starting to see, you know, more and more confirmation or acceptance of crypto, and economic pressures like inflation and tariffs aren't really crushing the market. I mean, they're hindering them a little bit, but we're not seeing a major hit. I think they're more driving interest into the market. But this article here, after today, you know, we're seeing a lot of green today, because come April 2nd, I guess Trump stated that he's going to go a little softer on the tariffs come April 2nd. So U.S. stock index jumped Monday on news that April 2 tariffs could be less severe. So I think he's pulling back a little bit. Liberation Day on April 2nd, which was expected to see sweeping reciprocal tariffs go into effect. But I think the markets are, you know, in the positive, mainly because of this news, which it is bullish. You know, if we could kind of come to an agreement, or, you know, work with the neighbors from the north and south of us, um, it'll be beneficial for both markets. So
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what your take on that, but it looks like he's working in the back end and trying to, obviously doesn't want to get pushed around because U.S. is, the citizens are the most important right now, according for him, opposed to the other ones. So
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely. And I don't I don't know if this is the from the from me just retweeting, but that's dope. We got 111 people in the building right now, so definitely hit that retweet button, follow, tell a friend, shoot a friend a text message. Let's get them in the building. But yeah, I think that overall, if Trump goes lighter on tariffs, it gives people the inkling that I feel like that the market starts to move forward from there, especially if he eases into it instead of like putting just tariffs on the entire world all at once. You know what I mean? Like that could definitely help. You know what I mean? Help things move forward and not introduce like the shock that I thought that they were going to introduce into the market and kind of put us into like a recession state. So that would halt that. And I think that that may be being done because in the CPI meeting that we had, they were specifically asking about the chances of going into a recession, and they were saying that it was very low chances of us going into a recession. I don't know if that's them trying to shed some light to us, kind of show us a light at the end of the tunnel, like, hey, yo, like we're gonna have tariffs, but we're not going to just completely destroy the economy right this second and then rebuild it back up. Which I mean, it wouldn't have been a horrible idea. Would have tackled inflation right off of the bat, but I mean, I think that would have been one of the only pluses immediately coming off of that one. So
yeah, and he also stated that it's going to lower taxes. So I want to see how how this plays into effect and how he gets it done.
yeah,
So if these taxes these tariffs drive the taxes down, it could definitely be a major economic boost or boost the economy pretty well. So
yeah, definitely, definitely, definitely. So let's dive into E. So we have come back above the 2K range. I think honestly the best thing without like some strategic news coming out from ETH because we're still in a downtrend. You know what I mean? However you want to kind of wrap it up, we're still in a downtrend until actually well technically let me say this. So when we went down and straight to there, because I put a line and kind of identify it to you guys, so I'm not just saying shit. Mock line, don't don't judge me like Chris Brown, okay? All right, so downtrend that we just went through. We technically broke the downtrend, the recent downtrend that we've been on. But if you kind of look at it from a whole, you know what I mean, we're still on a downtrend, you know what I mean? Because within each of the downtrends that we had as far as the downturn in the market, bam, we tried to go up, got rejected, didn't work, bam, came to a new level. Tried to go up, bam, didn't work. Tried to go up, bam, didn't work. And this is kind of the cycle that we've kind of been in with Ethereum right now. And the main reason for that is a lack of smart money in the market. And this one in particular, unlike Bitcoin, we're not getting better with this particular at this particular time, let's say that. So this right here, remember on Bitcoin, we were seeing neutral candles on the MACD, kind of showing you that the momentum would like to change. Didn't change yet, but it would like to change. Got a solid red candle on ETH. So definitely not bullish. Also, what's not bullish about this, looking at the month time frame, steep drop off for our smart money, and then you see a slow dissipation, smart money just leaving the market. So definitely not what you would like to see on a longer time frame for you to be able to actually consider something as bullish right this second. So Ethereum definitely not giving bullish vibes. It's giving damn, this may not be the bottom vibes at this point. And that's just for this particular cryptocurrency. Normally, Bitcoin and ETH really determine a lot of the direction of where we'll be going in the market, but not right this second. Do not have dominance for Ethereum. Don't have a super high demand. I think that ETH still is something that's going to be around. I don't think that it's just going to disappear. I don't think that this is ETH's a rug pull run, you know what I mean? $50 ETH out of nowhere. But I think worst case scenario, if we keep this downward momentum like we have right this second, and we keep losing smart money out of the market, at the very least, it's going to once again retest this area again. And we're going to see if we hold, if we break, we are coming down to this $1,200, $1,100 range. There's no way of avoiding that. I feel like if this breaks retest and gets rejected, it's coming to at the very least, it's coming to 1,200. For the bottom, I feel like it may even like teeter totter at bouncing at $1,000. So I don't know how many people would be bullish on ETH at $1,000, while Bitcoin is currently at almost $90,000. Is that bullish sentiment to you? Are you bullish on ETH at that point? Like, do you see the opportunities there, or what's your view?
If ETH hits $1,000, I'm definitely bullish because there's ETH, like you just said, ETH's not going nowhere. It's not. I think the biggest thing that was holding it back for a long time was the gas fees. But even then, people were still utilizing that blockchain, right? You have just too many great NFTs that um, that launch on that blockchain, and I just don't. If it goes to $1,000, I'm buying. Not financial advice, but
Yeah, because I see this as what if it goes down to $1,000, $1,200, like that's screaming bottom to me. Anything lower than that, then we're back in a state to where we're looking at possibly a $500 Ethereum, which we went through that a bunch of different times. The buy orders didn't even allow it to get close to $500. A lot of people were quoting saying, yeah, we're gonna have a $500 ETH, and then from there that's going to be the bottom. Would have been amazing because the ETH I would have collected at $500. My God, definitely would have been putting some in the bag, putting some in the trunk, underneath the mattress. You know what I mean? It would have been ETH everywhere. So, but yeah, I definitely think ETH is still bullish. There are some concepts that I've been thinking to myself, like let's just say hypothetically, ETH as a blockchain just completely just fails. You know what I mean? It's not doing well, but it's still around. You know what I mean? I don't think that a lot of the larger collections will stay on ETH. I think that they may try to transfer to another blockchain at that point. You know what I mean? Like they got Doge, they got Solana, shit. Even Avalanche has some NFTs. You know what I mean? So, and that transfer could actually make that particular blockchain, depending on like if it was like Bored Apes and Crypto Punks and like Moonbird stuff like that, and they just moved over to Solana. Like I think that we just made Solana bullish rather than ETH bullish. Like, are there any other ETH projects besides like Pepe or anything else to kind of hold down that particular blockchain and make people say, oh, I'm not selling my ETH. This in particular is the reason I'm not selling, or it's a catalyst that people will stay here because it's
you
definitely
think
not the gas fee.
base will become bigger than what it is?
Well, keep in mind that ETH is, I mean, base is pegged to ETH. ETH goes down to $50 damn. Shit, what happened to base?
Yeah, it's tanking too. But I'm just saying, like moving up, do you think in regards to like launching NFTs is where I was going with that question. Like, yeah, they're gonna go to other like ApeCoin or ApeChain or Solana and other blockchains like that. But do you think people will go onto the base chain in regards to
I,
NFTs or no?
I don't know because I feel like you're going to the same thing pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good question though. I mean, it'd be
I mean,
interesting.
if it's going to be cheaper
I
in gas
mean,
fees,
I
right?
feel like Coinbase as a whole is not going anywhere. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's some variables here to where things could go really well for ETH. All they have to do is if they scale their gas fees, then from there, when they have higher volume on there, things or ports. You know what I mean? It's feasible to be on that blockchain. So now it's like, okay, cool. Now we have volume. Then you need to have projects that are launching on that platform that actually have demand. So you gotta do that too. So it just really depends. I feel like it depends on what gets adopted, what's going to be the new big thing. Right now, ETH's not in the spotlight. Right now, what's in the spotlight right now? Solana's in the spotlight. Sui is in the background. You know what I mean? Beforehand, it was more so ETH and BNB. You know what I mean? It seems like we kind of have two front runners every time. We kind of have a cycle. So it really depends. Hold on. I'm gonna pull up this super bullish chart and give me 2 seconds. Okay, go ahead and give me a description of how you feeling about this super bullish, beautiful looking chart right here.
Yeah, I pulled that up and we are pushing. Hold on, let me refresh mine. So I'm looking at the same chart you're showing. We're at a $1.2 million market cap on ITMT. In the meantime, hold on 1 second. So we have, let me see, 9.7 thousand on the 24-hour volume.
Ooh.
And where are we at?
Oh my God.
What's that?
I popped it up and I looked at it, but I didn't know it looked this damn good. You know what I mean?
Well, I know when you were talking about it earlier, I was going to mention, but I was like, he'll come to it later. So let him be shocked when he pulls up that chart.
Yeah. And you guys see, I threw a little uptrend line on here. Keep in mind, uptrend lines are not something that it has to hold forever. This is going to break this uptrend line. Why? Because it's going to have to breathe at some point. But what I would say is this curl on this line, this orange line right here on these Bollinger Bands shows me that the price action still wants to go up. Let's go day chart.
And we got, looking on the MACD, we have the blue lines about to crisscross the orange. And then we're hitting that neutral again, right? And the stochastic, both lines are shooting up. So I like what I'm seeing on all three of these indicators.
Man, but I don't think people understand how bullish of a project this actually is. Like, we had a Twitter space, it's a recorded Twitter space, so feel free to go back and actually listen to that Twitter space. But there was so much information in the Twitter space. Then, as he's doing the Twitter space, he's got an investor in the car with him, you know what I mean, and actually willing to speak on behalf of the project. Like, he's bullish also. Like, they're still out there like doing legwork, talking to different people. If you guys tune into the TikToks that they do, like they're like Mr. T is really out here in these streets. Like he's really walking around shirtless or in a damn Speedo some damn where, causing attention and getting somebody to walk up and ask them about cryptocurrency, telling them about in the meantime. Like, I actually don't know how I would feel if a guy walked up to me in a Speedo and changed my entire life by showing me in the meantime, and it actually goes up and I make some money out of that. So
that would be wild. That'd be wild.
Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, man. So out of nowhere, just years later, hey, so how did you get rich? Shit, a guy walked up to me in a damn Speedo, told me about this cryptocurrency. I was intrigued by the fact that, one, he walked up to me in a damn Speedo, talked to me about crypto, and I'm like, you know what? You can't fade the guy. If you walk up to me in a damn Speedo, apparently you can't fade that. Like, so that might be a pattern kind of telling me something, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so like he clearly came here for a purpose, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that was a good stream though. That was definitely a good stream.
Mm-hmm.
But how old are they? Couple 3 months for
So exact launch. So it says the pool was created on 12/18.
Okay, so
a little bit over 3 months. So
January, February, March, a little over 3 months, and they have 100,000 mining assets set aside. Correct?
Yeah, over 100,000 they'll be utilizing for the mining the calculations that they've been put out, their goal is to get their mining money to $1 million. And with $1 million of mining money, they're actually creating about, I believe the quote was, it's actually in the space if you guys go listen to it, but if I am inaccurate, don't hold me to this. But he said about $150,000 per month that we'll be looking at with strategic buybacks and kind of causing a supply shock on this cryptocurrency. And I keep explaining to everybody, like, if they begin like buybacks at like low, like $1 million prices from this, they're going to be taking large chunks of supply out of circulation. So they've already been taking chunks of supply out of circulation. They mentioned that too in the space.
Yep. And then they got the V1, right, of the tap game.
Yep.
And you also get referrals, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, with the tap game, the bullish part to me is 20. I'm gonna say this one more time. Hold on. Well, you know what? I gotta, where is it? There we go. There's 20% of the supply. Just for the people in the back, I turned my megaphone on. 20% of the supply is actually kind of sectioned off just for the game. So to get your portion in 20%, all you do is tap a damn phone.
All you gotta do is tap in.
Like, just tap the phone. Like, that's it. Like, literally, or the computer. Like, you can literally do it on your desktop too. So if you're a faster clicker on the mouse, which I am, you know what I mean? I'm guilty of that. I guess my tap on when I got the mouse. So definitely get into that game. But for the referrals, I think you're referring to the TikTok swap. You actually can use a referral code, and it's actually a part there where you can look at your balance from your referrals that you did, and you earn money, and you can claim your money. So yeah.
Yeah, and if you got kids and you want to keep them occupied, just give them your tap game. Let them go tap a rooski.
You know what?
Start earning you money.
See, I actually need a break from the kids sometimes, but I need to just get them to just tapping 24/7. But yeah,
so they have the TikTok swap, right? That's a Telegram swap bot, and it's inconspicuous. Nobody can watch or check you out while you're swapping. So
yeah, no peeping times. That's what you really want. You don't want any to peeping times when you're getting your swap on. So
incognito.
Yeah, it's pretty simple actually. And I actually think that it's seamless to utilize. Actually, bam, like if I wanted to utilize something, I just kind of mess around there. And this is the referral thing right here, right? So if you want to go through and get your referral, you can actually get your referral link. It tells you the rewards that you got paid, pending rewards. So this is in real time. Look, there's a cash out button. Wow. You know what I mean? So there is a cash out button. So definitely super bullish. So how could you not be bullish about something to where you don't have to like wonder how you're gonna get the money? Like you just cash it out. So yeah, a lot of ways to earn. Within this ecosystem. So if you are not kind of looking at this this ecosystem, I don't know what you're doing right now. I think we have now given opportunities at 600,000, and where was this bottom at? The next opportunity was 780,000. So you had two opportunities at 600,000 when we were talking about it. Then we were talking about this bottom wasn't gonna last too long at about 780,000, and now we're sitting at a $1.25 million market cap currently right now. So
yeah, before that space, we were right above, sitting around 800K, I think.
Yeah.
So right before that space we did. Yep. And then it really pushed up. But if you just share screen real quick.
Oh yeah.
Because I still can't, like, this still blows my mind. Let me pull this up. Off this tweet from Low Q, but
yeah, you hear that?
Yep. Man. It's about to take off. These are the rigs that they're using or that they're currently building using deep and decentralized physical infrastructure mining. So
yeah.
I mean that's
not a small operation. And they're definitely they recruited some establishment that had what they needed to do. Because if you're going to be running shit, possibly millions of dollars through a mining protocol, and can you imagine if that million just continues to grow? That million is growing to 2 million now, from $150,000 a month, $300,000 a month. Oh my, like my, if you have patience, if you understand this concept, allow the team to cook. Like, has to have time to cook. You know what I mean? Things aren't just going to happen overnight. Mining doesn't happen overnight. They can't walk into that facility and, you know what? Let me turn this on maximum. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We're not juicing enough. Let me hit the maximum turbo button. You know what I mean? It doesn't really work like that. So
and while you're waiting, you could just keep tapping, and you can earn. You know,
you tap, you get people your referral link for that TikTok swap, and you get them on that TikTok swap where you have low fees. On top of having low fees, you guys also have an opportunity to not have people pocket watching multiple blockchains that you can utilize, and within a short period of time you can bridge, swap, and do multiple things on that platform. So that's definitely some really bullish information, I feel like, for just for them to already have that out, be able to utilize parts of the fees that they do generate also go back to buybacks. So if you pay attention to almost everything that they have some portion or percentage that's going back to this chart in buybacks. So that's bullish within itself. So they're not even solely waiting on volume from investors. It's like, this is a good time to get in, because as things start to push and people start to realize the value that's here, you know what I mean, and they're buying up the supply themselves, like, it's only right to get the concept before it's not too late, because I don't think it's ever too late, because I think this really does push, and I don't want you guys to get discouraged as it goes to higher market caps. Like, if we get back to a $5 million market cap, that's still a good spot to buy, unless you see that it could retrace a little bit. Wait for your point. But I think that this is at a really low point, to the part that, like, there's projects that gain momentum and they pop up to from 5 million to damn 10 million. They skip that, get to like a 15-20 million dollar market cap, and really get larger investors like throwing money at this thing. And then you got them buying back supply also, you know what I mean? So things get crazy quick. Things can get pretty crazy quick. So definitely wanted to shout out in the meantime, man. If you guys are not in tune with them, you're definitely going to want to get in tune with them, man. Show up to Twitter spaces that you see them incorporated with, and also tap in with their Twitter. Their Twitter has their link tree also in the description of this live tree. In the description of this live stream, you guys will see the link to the link tree, so you guys can get there. So in order to get that out, circulated, and possibly let's do this round of this bull run all over again. You know what I mean? Like the last bull run was amazing. It was euphoric. People made a lot of friends. They made a lot of networking opportunities, and people had fun. I would like to do that all over again with people that actually understand how to have fun and how to not, you know what I mean, like overly obsess over just one token, because they understand that the market has a lot more to offer. You buy your long-term stuff, and then you trade your short-term stuff. You make your short-term money, and then when you go back to that long-term money, it's a damn, rather than oh, okay, I'm doing good on my short-term trades, you know what I mean, which you keep accumulating. And I feel like that's how things work. But 200 people in the building, man. Been a while since we've seen these numbers. Definitely appreciate everybody.
Yeah.
So shouts out to you guys, and retweet, and get everybody in the building. Let's get some more people in here, man. I feel like we should be one of those streams. It might be a high confidence level, but I feel like we can pull in at least 1,000 people inside of here, man. I'm gonna start doing giveaway stuff again too, to pull some more people and actually see that we got a different presentation, man. We got not only the charts, but the knowledge and the sentiments of the space through the articles that Grind Time brings to us, man. So shouts out to him also for adding a bit of flair to what we got going on here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I don't want them just to take our word for it, right? I want them to see, and I mean, they could go out and get the same articles I am. So obviously, I want them to do their own research and dive deep and learn and grow within the space.
Definitely. So I feel like putting everything in the same spot as far as like understanding the articles, having different perspectives of it, being able to actually talk to somebody and understand the market, and then adding chart analysis on top of that. That's like it's almost overkill for a stream. It's like all the knowledge that you need in one spot. It's like once we, because I do think that I'm going to start like a DeFi segment. You know what I mean? To where like we do like news on DeFi stuff. I think that'll be pretty interesting and shit. Possibly most of it may be gossip though. So understand that we we may just have a section to where we say Ron Crypto lashes out at Big Mac Warrior, because you know these damn screen names are the worst. So Big Mac Warrior lashes out by saying that he's flooring all of his NFTs, moving the price of this NFT from 2 ETH to about 1.4 with the devastation that happened. You know what I mean? So we'll have this play by plays, you know what I mean? Keep people ahead of DeFi, keep people ahead of the blue chips. We'll just be ahead of everything. I feel like if we can do that, then we're good.
Yeah, and I think that NFTs are coming back. Their time is going to be coming again, and I think when NFTs are kind of in the spotlight, you know, the space is a little more fun as well. So
yeah, definitely when NFTs are back,
they're making their bounce back. Maybe we'll dive into something like that, but I don't know if I want to dive into a lot of the NFT plays, because some of them floors are still looking juicy at the moment. I'm still trying to get a few myself to pick up, so I don't want to be giving any alpha away just yet.
Yeah,
but as you can see from my PFP, you know which one I'm real bullish on. So
yeah, most definitely. Yeah, but I didn't even notice we're at an hour though. So we gotta. I actually didn't hit some of the things that I wanted to hit on the stream. So you guys are gonna have to show up next time. If you guys want to see me go through SUI, ICP, Doge, Solana, and a lot of other things. Man, we appreciate you guys for showing up and showing out. Has been a good one. Grind, you want to say anything before we wrap it up?
No, I appreciate everybody coming out, showing support. Hope to see you on the next one. Make sure you hit those like, subscribe, hit those notifications so you don't miss the next one. Y'all be good.
Most definitely, man. Appreciate you guys once again. Like I said, we had 200 people for a while now. It was actually cool. I appreciate you guys for sticking around, man. You guys are the greatest. Appreciate that. So see you guys next time. We'll have a stream, I believe, on Wednesday. I think we're trying to do a Twitter space tomorrow. So if you guys want to chat with us, come up. So
that's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, so just come up and talk to us. Definitely friendly people going over the market. So you guys already know what it is. Other than that, enjoy your night. We're out of here.